Yeah.
Okay, let's on icebreaker.
Thank you. I like icebreakers. They break the ice.
Why can't they go? What's your favorite icebreaker to go to?
Two truths and one lie.
Ooh.
That's always a good one.
Okay. You start then.
Oh my gosh. All right. My first flight was at 21. Like the first time I've ever been on a plane. I'm not afraid of heights, and I'm left-handed. Two truths and one lie.
I feel like you should know that.
I can't. I
know.
know.
I should have thought of better ones, but
Okay, well, I think I know what the lie is. The lie is you are right-handed. You're not left-handed.
the lie is I'm afraid of heights.
You're not?
I am. I said I'm not.
You saw her on my story, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
Are you?
Weird.
I'm left-handed. Yeah.
I promise I've seen her right with her right hand.
It was all in your head.
It was, yeah, it's probably in my head.
Or
How about
probably because we were facing opposite directions.
Yeah, that's
You thought it
true.
was my right hand.
Yeah.
Two truths and a lie. Okay. As a Trini, I'm also Jamaican. And I'm a certified lifeguard.
You are not Jamaican. You're definitely not Jamaican. That was too easy. No, that was too easy. I like that. I appreciate that. Oh, you're a lifeguard.
Hey.
That's cool. That's such a cool thing to do. So if someone's dying, you kind of like.
I'm a little rusty. But yeah.
I mean, you still
Can
know
you
it.
swim?
Yeah, I can.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm the only one. Erica, can you swim?
Why can't
Can you swim?
Oh, okay.
It's the hard
Me
no.
and you two, so it's me and you
Yeah.
two.
But how you guys feeling?
Good.
How has Ghana been?
Ooh.
Who wants to go first?
You go first.
It's been good to me. I think for me, because this is my third time here.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's my third
How were the
time
first two
here.
experiences like?
Yo, the first two was really nice. The first time was a shorter trip. It was for another event that we were working, and they just wanted me to see the country and become familiar with it. So it was just like boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna show you everything. The second time I eased in and I had more time to just explore and become familiar. This time I'm independent. I'm a local now. I'm a Ghana girl. I'm a Ghana Jamaican girl. Like that's just what it is. But it's been a good trip. It didn't feel like time was flying by, but time definitely flew by. Yeah, because so much was happening, even though we feel like we were moving at a calm pace. It was busy.
How were you? First time?
First time. First
It's been an
time.
incredible experience then for you.
Incredible experience. Especially because, we work with a lot of Ghanaians in our work, but I haven't been here. So I think it's been very impactful to just have a deeper understanding of just culture, the life, what it smells like, tastes like, sounds like. And also, because we came to work, I wasn't fully aware of what Dirty December was giving.
Sure. Are you sure?
Whew.
Your work was fun to me, to be honest.
I mean, our work was fun. I think that's the point, right?
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. But I was not fully prepared.
They didn't give you a heads up.
No heads up for me.
You just walked right
Just
into it.
walked right into Dirty December, like, oh. I was like, so 9 a.m. every night, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
We slept
single
through
day.
most events. We slept through the
Yeah.
majority of events happening.
That too.
We didn't make it to every single. First of all, half the parties that we were working, we didn't attend because we fell asleep. And by the time we woke up, it's like, oh, it's 3 a.m. Not
Which we could have
realizing-
still gone
Yeah.
out
We could have
and had
still
a
made
whole
move.
fresh night. We could have started.
Like
We chose
parties were
sleep.
starting off 4.
Exactly.
Yeah. You didn't miss a thing. Yeah,
That's
but
the point.
I like that. I also just realized that I didn't introduce you guys. So welcome back to another episode of the Neo Podcast. The two beautiful, amazing ladies I'm sitting with are Naya and Dakota. They run a PR agency from New York. But I don't think my introduction did justice to you
Oh
guys.
gosh.
So I want you guys to do it. Introduce yourselves to the people.
Okay.
You go
Let me
first.
start. Okay, I'm Naya. I'm a Trinidadian in New York. I have been doing PR. I took a little hiatus because it's a weird field, especially back in the States. It's also very white, so often. So I didn't like the spaces I was working in a ton, but I also had some great experience. So I started working at Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, which is like the biggest black ballet company in the States.
That's cool.
But always kind of in entertainment. And then I moved on to an investigative journalism company called The Intercept. It's like whistleblowers, like people who are trying to blow up the Trump administration.
Yeah.
So that was
that's
ill.
what you're doing?
Yeah. It was intense. I signed some NDAs, so I can't say everything that happened, but it was intense. A lot of the biggest whistleblowers broke their stories with that news outlet. And then there were other outlets in that company too, but that was the coolest part. Then I went to work at PBR, which is a beer company, a little bit different, working on their experiential marketing, so like events, concerts, shows. Then COVID happened and we all got fired.
You know that struggle too.
I signed an NDA with them too, but fuck it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Nah, I'm just kidding. And then,
I don't want them to come up to you, please.
huh?
I don't want them to come up to you.
No, yeah, we're good. And then the whole time I've been working as part of a music collective and organizing group called Corpus, which is a bunch of New Yorkers in New York and other people with ties to New York, focusing on more of the underground scene, punk, hip hop, rap, but then I kind of hold down the community organizing aspect of it, which is called Corpus Family. So that's been ongoing for a long time with all my best friends, and we all live together too. But through that career timeline, I would say it was the COVID times, like summer 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020. 'Cause
Yeah,
it was
COVID was
definitely
2020.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think when I linked her, basically, but
We linked kind of early.
we linked kind of early, you know what I'm saying?
So,
I got fired from my job. There was a lot. It was not the greatest moment. I moved. I had a breakup. Like, it was just a lot happening. And then I just drive a lot. But I was like, kind of like when you hit rock bottom, like, and it all just happens. It's just kind of freeing.
Everything's just like...
It's like, fuck it. Yeah, you're right. So I reached out to Coda because I was just trying to get more creative about like what my next steps would be at work, and was thinking about coming back to PR really as something that could be lucrative and where I could still be independent. I didn't want to go back into a corporate job because I had gotten used to some of the freedom of working freelance. I also was writing for Sports Illustrated during
that's
COVID,
cool.
so that was a cool.
You've had a great...
There were good moments. It's good to look back on it because there were some ups and downs. But I cold hit up this lady here one day, and I was like, "Hey, I'm a fan of the way you approach PR, essentially, and can
That's how it works?
Yeah, I literally emailed her out the blue. Found her email on like an old press release she had sent out like 2 years prior.
was that UHHM?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
And then we met up, and the rest is history.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
That was a beautiful introduction.
But how did that feel
Thank
for
you.
you though? Like reaching out to her and just like trying to work together. Weren't you scared she was gonna say no?
Like I said, I was
Rock
not
bottom.
scared of anything.
Yeah, what's the worst that could
I
happen?
wasn't scared of anything.
Yeah.
I felt like all the worst stuff had happened. So I was like,
Yeah. that makes sense.
My shot.
yeah.
But how did the PR start for you?
When I was 19.
Damn.
I know.
Early.
I went to school for communications. I'm also, I'm Caribbean, but Jamaican American. So my fellow Jamaicans will be like, "Oh, girl, you're from foreign, like you're American." But in Africa, they'll see me as So Jamaican American, grew up in the Bronx. I studied communications and PR. The company that I started with is kind of like my trajectory of my career. I've been with them since I was young, and the Chamber Group is a boutique PR firm in the States, Black-owned agency. The founder is also a Jamaican man, so he is like a mentor. He was my boss, an older brother, just kind of, my solid ground and just my breakthrough in this industry. I started as an intern and kind of like worked my way up. A few years ago, I decided to just go back to school completely and do something completely different. Got my master's in political science
Oh,
and
I have an
international
undergraduate
relations.
in political science.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I've always been, I love music, but I've always been tapped into the diaspora, just all things Black, all things culture. And I never wanted a typical 9 to 5. I always
Really?
wanted the space. Yeah, no, it's not my style. I need the space to just create, you know. I understand the necessity of having structure and stability, but I realized that the one thing I love about PR is just building a brand, just like really taking a project from A to C and seeing the fruition, just like seeing
Like
it
from an
come to life.
idea to
Yeah, you know,
look what we did.
Exactly.
You know that feeling from these
Yeah.
past few weeks.
Yeah.
So that's literally what it was. And then I was young. I was just able to just tap in. I've worked on projects like Essence Festival, J. Cole, Erica Badu, Jill Scott, to like hip hop artists, to
you hear
Afrobeat artists. So it's been dope. And then the way I got tapped into the Afrobeat space, it was a mutual friend that actually knew Stonebwoy, and she was like, I think you'll be great to work this project, when he wanted some exposure in the States. So that was like my first real African artist that I was able to like just do this cool press run for. And it was a few years ago that I decided I continued freelancing even throughout like my graduate school journey.
days, yeah.
But I just never went back full time. So a few years ago, I started working for a nonprofit. So I do have a full-time day job working with high school kids.
Okay.
I love them. It's like an entrepreneurship program, again, focused on Black
It's like
and
an
brown.
after-school program.
It's actually in the school day. So
Okay.
we implement the curriculum in the school, and we teach Black and brown kids how to survive in the real world, how to become like entrepreneurs.
Oh, how to survive.
Because these are
She
things.
says it like there's a jungle out here.
It is, especially in the States. I know it's a jungle out here too, so it's two different struggles, right? But still the same as far as the color of our skin and just like our overall survival in this world. And I love it, but I love working there because of the flexibility I have to still pursue my passions. And it's an entrepreneurship program that's teaching me how to be an entrepreneur for my own endeavors. And then, like Naya said, she reached out a few years ago. This was at the start of me realizing that I want to take Roots to the next level. Like, let me actually make this a business.
Roots is our agency.
Yeah,
Roots
Roots is
PR,
our agency,
yeah,
yeah.
Roots PR agency is our PR firm. It is our agency. But again, I was just freelancing with an LLC. Like, let me do my tax write-offs. And now it's like, nah, we could do this. So let's do it. So here we are, doing it.
So how did you feel when she reached out to you saying, hey, wait, what did she actually say in the email? I think I'm interested
Yo,
in that.
that's a good question.
Like it's like rock bottom, so it's like she was throwing everything in there,
But
not
you
knowing
see
how it will go.
You see how she's saying it's rock bottom for her. I was also in an interesting space because it was a huge career transition for me. I had just started working at the nonprofit, and then it's a bout of like imposter syndrome and trying to figure out, well, where am I going next in life, in my career journey? Like, what's up for me? And knowing that there's something in the pit of my gut saying that you're destined for more. Like, there's more out there for you. So when she reached out, I was actually going through a transition with someone I used to work on the firm with. And when she hit, it was very affirming. When she hit me up, it was very affirming. And I'm like, where's this coming from? People are.
This is
I was
the cue I
shocked because
needed.
I'm like, people are watching me. Like, people follow me.
This is what I needed.
Yeah, and also this is what I needed to affirm. This is the direction I'm supposed to be in because I
It's
didn't
like a
know
reassuring
anyone.
thing.
Yeah, very reassuring because I was like, I didn't know anyone was paying attention to me. I don't put myself out there
Out
like
there
that.
like that,
As far as
yeah.
my work, I don't put myself out
dang.
there. At
You're
least,
just out there.
yeah, you know. So I was like, clearly somebody is noticing. So let me see where this goes. And when we linked up, it was a very nice meeting. And then it was a few months after we linked up that we started working because I had to sort things out on my end. But I went into it with the intention like, yo, if we're going to do this, we're building. Like, you're not just coming on board just to say, like, you're working, but we're really about to build and birth something great. And the rest is history. It's been a beautiful journey for the past few years.
I like that. How has it been working together? And why did you decide to say, okay, cool? Was it like her drive, like her work ethic?
It was her spirit. But I also, it was her spirit.
I'm not gonna lie. Like on this season, I've had like a lot of guests mention spirituality and like spirits as being like the
Driving force.
behind a lot of things that they did.
Yeah.
That's Interesting.
It was because I move on spirit, and it might not be because I mean we're in a world where it's like you live in, for us, corporate America. Like you live in a society where it's like you have to follow certain systems, you have to follow certain structures. But everything that has played out in my life for the past few years has been by the spirit. Like my life is led. Like everything has been very manifesting, affirming, and when we linked, it just felt good. And I'm like, all right. And then the proof, like the track record is there. You heard everything she's done, and you've seen her in her element. You've seen her in her magic. And I'm like, oh, we could kill this. Let's do it.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Killing.
And it's been nice, but this is actually the first time that we've been able to be this close in physical proximity because
Really?
yeah, because the pandemic and then just like where we live in the city, we're not close physically. So this world, this culture of remote work has become a thing, and that's kind of how we started. So it's like we link up when we can or when a client is in town. But we spent the past 5 weeks together, sharing an apartment in Ghana. Yeah, we did it, girl. like we out here. So I think like it's deeper now because, again, going back to what I was saying about just birthing something. And I'm like, I feel like this trip to Ghana was outside of the work we came here to do. This was also pouring into each of us in a different way that we don't even know yet. Like we don't know what's to come of it. But I've enjoyed it.
That's nice. I like that.
What she said.
Yeah, but also so does that also mean that like how she works the day job? Is that the same energy you work on your underground collective?
I think it depends because some of it is like seasonal. Like we have seasons where we're a bit more busy, a bit less busy. But this upcoming year should look a bit more consistent with the community work, which is where I kind of narrow and focus on. And then I was also freelance writing. So really I was doing Roots and then working the Sports Illustrated gig, which was through Onyx Collective, which is a Black women-owned and ran sports media company telling the stories of Black women in sports. So we got commissioned to do a series of 100 influential Black women in sports.
I know someone. I know someone.
Hey.
Who's Ghanaian?
That's on
like
that,
one of my friends.
That's on that
Who
list.
did it? Who
no,
was in the
no,
series?
she's not on. But
Who should be?
Ah.
It's over.
Do they do it yearly? Is it annually?
It should come back.
You don't know.
Sports Illustrated.
We calling y'all out.
I think we need to do that again.
Yeah, we should.
100 more. But
Well,
yeah,
that
that was
sounds
cool
fun.
because I think I was just reaching out to Dakota, thinking about what I wanted after working at a beer company in the United States, which I don't know. I don't care which one you're at. It's going to be very white, very bro-ish. It was very that. So I think making that definitive decision of like, no, this ain't it. You can't do this. So reaching out to Dakota, starting to carve my life out where I'm really working with Black folks, working in the diaspora. Till I met Dakota, it had been states-based and more local. I have strong Trinidad roots, but I hadn't been able to work in that space and haven't yet, but that's to come too. But I think linking up with Coda kind of solidified it on a global scale, which gave me just a deeper understanding of my own self even, and you know.
And to be fair, like it's just you guys just under 2 years or about 2 years,
About 2 years.
and you guys have done like incredible work, like
Thank you.
expanding beyond like what you guys are known for in the States, like entering the African markets, working with like African artists. Who has been like the favorite African artist to work with?
We can't say that in an interview.
I know, right? I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna say Molly.
I'm like, hi Molly, I love
Yes,
you.
hi, baby. We miss you, girl.
Being here without you, it's not right. It's
It
not
is
right.
weird, for real.
Yeah.
And
I think a part of that is more so just off like we love working with all people, all Black peoples, but working with women for us is always just gonna hit different. Being able to help amplify their stories because we go through a lot.
For sure.
We go through a lot. So I think just pouring again into Black women across the diaspora is a dream, and it's actually been happening, which I think it's what you were saying, like the words will probably come in 2 months or 3 months
Yeah.
or 4 months to
Yeah.
just what the impact of being here, working with Lakeisha, just like tapping in
Also, for
amazing.
me, I think it's just like, again, seeing something come to life. When I started with Molly, it's even before she was thinking about releasing this project. And shout out to Yusuf, that is my brother.
Hey.
One of Molly's managers. He's the one that just put me onto her before she even started, like, really making music heavy. And he's like, watch out for this girl. And just seeing us do this campaign for the past year and seeing it come to life when Naya led her like New York press run last December 2021, and it was a show that she did, and it was just a solid
At Cafe
press run. At
Arzuli
Cafe
in
Arzuli
Brooklyn,
Yeah.
amazing hub for Black folks
It is.
worldwide.
It is.
Oh, what's up?
And then coming back a year later and seeing her do this amazing feature, right, in Essence, and just having a solid press campaign.
And Rolling Stone.
And Rolling Stone, an amazing Rolling Stone feature. And I'm like, wow, we
Yeah.
really did this. So just seeing the growth, like being able to grow with our artists and know like we're part of their breakout, their breakthrough, and just like their journey, it feels special. It feels
Yeah.
really special.
There's also like a stagnancy to me in PR that turned me off from it. That's like just locking in press, just locking in press, just locking in press.
Traditional concept.
It's very traditional. And I
So,
think,
so what's so different now?
well, I think for us, that we don't report to anybody but each
That
other.
That part.
So
It feels good.
It feels good. And I think like we intentionally are trying to get pieces that are exciting for the artist, yes, but also exciting for us as seasoned publicists, years in the
Yeah.
game. Because we've seen a lot. We've seen it all. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's been lots of cool opportunities in PR, but I think things that can continue to just like make us feel like, hey, like
Yeah.
this was lit for the artist, this was lit for Roots, this was lit for, as Elle would say, for the culture.
For the culture. And then traditionally, just working in PR, you don't always have that liberty to pick the accounts that you want, to pick the clients that you work with. Sometimes you're at a big firm and it's like, you're just going to work this account. You could care less about the project, care less about the music. If it is a
Regardless
music,
the interest, you have to do it.
you just have to deliver. And that takes
boring.
away. And that's also rooted in white supremacy, where it's just
True.
like, you just
Talk
got
about
to
it.
show up and you just got to work. And it's like, this is not passion. This doesn't feel good. So even having the liberty to say, we want to work with this person in every single artist or project or account we take on, it's coming from the heart. Like, it's something that we actually care about.
How long does it take you guys to decide on what to work on?
It depends. We'll speak about it within days, within weeks. If
It could be a text.
It could be a text, and it's like, is this an account? Is this
Yep,
a project
I'm
we're
down.
taking on?
Let's run it.
No, yeah.
Sometimes it is that instant, and other
Yeah.
times we're like, well, let's sit on this for a second.
I think we're blessed to be pretty aligned in general, and we have beautiful differences. Like there are different things that we care about, and we push each other and challenge each other on. But in general, we care about a lot of the same work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of easy when something comes to us to be like, "This is for
This
us."
is it. Yeah.
That's nice. I like that. You guys kind of complement each other.
Aw,
Bro,
that's
'cause-
not the first time we heard that.
I was going to like ask, like, do your differences like influence the way you work?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
In a good way or in a bad way?
In a good
In a
way.
good way.
For me, I don't
Yes.
know.
No.
Okay.
Imagine I'm like in a bad
Right,
way.
right. And that's another thing. We create room to be honest. At least I hope that's what I'm
Yes.
giving. But
Yes.
like to be honest and transparent with each other. But we celebrate our differences. And like she said, we challenge each other. Naya is like, she's outside. Like she is like, let's be in the mix. We're on the ground. We need to network. We're in Ghana. We need to meet this person, this person. I just love her brain. Like I love how she ties things together. And I told her this is one of her superpowers, where it's like she can connect the dots so seamlessly, and she'll meet someone and she can just foster that relationship. And with me, I'm more like, I don't know if it's reserved, but I'm cautious. And
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
It's
Yeah.
a necessary
She's like the
grounding,
furry
though.
one, and you're like,
I'm calm.
yeah.
What am I?
Fiery.
fiery.
And it's funny because I'm
She's the
very
fire
fiery.
sign.
Yeah, I'm very fiery, but I'm calm. It is interesting. And she's the air sign. But yeah, and you see that, and to me, I'm like, all right, we're networking, but what's up? Like,
It's like, who's this?
Yeah, who is this person?
I'm like,
You
don't
trust
worry,
them?
they're great.
Yeah.
They were at
Yeah, and
Alley
I'm like,
last
her.
night. They're going to Twist later.
And I'm like, pausation. Shout out to Mercy.
Shout out to
right?
Mercy. Pausations.
So those are like some of the differences. I think bigger picture sometimes, where I'm like, all right, and that's also just the part of being a business owner, where it's like you're on the ground, you're in the face, and I have to think about sustainability for us. I have to think about how we're surviving, how we're bringing in more money, how we're keeping certain clients happy. How do we show up differently? So I've been exercising new muscles, and she's been exercising new muscles. She's been encouraging me to exercise new muscles with just being out more. I hate promoting myself. Like, it is the weirdest thing.
That's
you
the
guys
coolest
convinced me. I know. You guys convinced me to do this podcast. I'm like, I'd rather it be like, if you know, you know. I want to be like on my Jay-Z tip. Like, it's just subtle.
But you just said Jay-Z.
I know. But
One
I'm
of the
just saying,
arguably the most famous black man in the world.
I know. I think about like the J. Cole's, the Beyonce never
Another
speaks
fame.
about.
Why is she dropping superstars talking about?
I was gonna ask you. I think I forgot to. How was it like working with J. Cole?
Yo, let me tell you.
Did you just work with him, or she
No,
worked on
that's
him
at the
before?
Chamber Group.
I'm not part
right.
of the Cole community, but I understand
Why
the
not,
impact.
though?
I know that nobody likes it, but I understand the impact of what she did.
Yeah, I was a nervous wreck. I usually don't get nervous around, like with our industry, I'm not starstruck. I can just be in the same room. I have a lot of celeb friends that could like hit me up, but it doesn't faze me. But J. Cole was the one person, we had an interview, I think it was with Fox, and he came in and it's like, he dapped me up, like he really like saw me, and I'm trying to prep him for the interview, but I'm nervous because I'm so cheesy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this guy. But so I was definitely giving starstruck vibes. That's probably the one artist, and it's weird because I'm like, all right, there's so many other artists
but it makes
that you
sense.
would have thought, but
I feel like Cole is that guy as well.
he is, and he's so just chill and low key, but he be talking his shit. I just like how he moves, like I'm like.
She was moving like that.
You know, it's like.
Yeah.
all right.
What about you? Which artist left you starstruck?
In work or in life?
Good question. In work, because she answered for work.
In work, but that was beyond roots. Okay, so mine would be Lauryn Hill, 100%. I got to, so the way things
You
worked.
have some big hitters under your
Hey,
belt.
this was random, and like, let me tell you, I was like an intern when this happened. This is when I was at Alvin Ailey, which I worked at from when I was 16 to when I was 23. Between interning, reception, I just
then
wanted
you
to
went
work there. So I was like,
I
y'all
guess.
gonna
I'ma
hire
do
me.
anything.
Y'all gonna hire me. I'll see you in summers. But the way that the PR department went there is that we would have 2 annual galas, which were big fundraising moments for the company. So celebrities need to get invited, right? So that's PR's job. So we would just split up this list of like 300 celebrities. So each person gets, you know how it goes, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. And because most people are not hitting you back, unless like there's something already, like the cold emails, you're not getting hit back. If you got hit back, that is your charge for the night. So the whole department hits up who they hit up. Great people come out. Lauryn Hill's manager emails me back talking about, oh, I want to come. I was like, yeah, totally, it's great. It's going to be really awesome. And I like run over and tell my boss, I'm like, yeah, like, so anyway, so that night, I remember I'm just like sitting at the gate, like at the press table, just waiting. And I'm like,
Sure.
she's my favorite artist. Like I have her, this is her. Is that, oh yeah. I was like, is this my tattoo? Yeah. This is from a Lauryn Hill song. Like she's one of my favorite people. And she's in like a lot of black girls, she's just in our DNA. Like we just grew up on that album really. So
That's nice.
she pulls up Matt Incog, like a little hood. I think she had like a little black scarf. It's winter. She's like, and I didn't recognize her. She goes, Naya. And I go,
What's you crumbly?
But I was cool. I was calm. I was like, yes, please, Miss Hill, let me escort you. She came alone, no security, just like good.
Oh, she was
good-
alone. No
alone.
manager, no
Her manager had beat her, and then she pulled up alone.
and she pulled up alone. Okay.
So I walk her to her seat, and she's just kind of just the type that she just kept saying my name. Like every time I walk by,
You
"Are
felt
okay, Miss
seen.
Hill?" She's like, yes, Naya, thank you so much, Naya. Hugs, kisses. I'm like, I told you, I'm like, like this.
that
It was
feeling.
too. It was too much,
was
and
fun.
I feel like word. Erica Badu would do that to me too.
Yeah.
I know she did that to you.
Did you guys see her at the Black Star Line Festival?
No, we left. We were sleepy. Yeah, we couldn't. Did you stay?
Yeah, I stayed. I left at 6 a.m.
That's the thing. Y'all say something ends at midnight. It's really ending at 6 a.m. And I'm like, yo, But people be up.
People were there
We're
till
trying to
the
get
end.
the energy that like is in Ghana. We don't have that energy. It's not
No,
the
you
most
have to
important.
build tolerance.
Yeah.
You have to come like mid-year, then you come December, then you
And that's how you know you could just make
your
it.
face for it.
Because you were there from early too.
Yeah, I was there from 7 a.m.
So you stayed from 7 a.m. to 6 a.m.? That's 24 hours, right? That's
23.
23 hours.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's fine. I had to do what I had to do. But
that's
with you guys expanding into the African space, who do you guys look forward to working with? And like, how do you guys want to move in Africa?
I'm not going to say anyone specific because there's a lot of evil eye and bad mind. And I think if I put my specific intentions out there, I don't know who's watching and
Just
doesn't want
move.
that to
Let
happen.
Tam know what you're
Nor am I going to let y'all know what's next. Just know
That's a very
I'm very interested in tapping in with producers here. The same way it's important to me in the Caribbean because producers control so much of the sound, especially in the diaspora.
Yeah.
Thinking about not Afro beats, but thinking about the Caribbean. Like I'm from Trinidad, so every carnival season, all the producers drop their beat tapes, and then all the big artists just jump on the song, and then they put out a 7-track album, everyone on the same instrumental,
That's sick.
same rhythm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's how come we hear like so many songs with like different versions
Yes,
of it.
that's why
Yeah.
the dance hall DJs just.
Yeah.
And it's not the same here, but there are producers who you hear their tag on like everything hot.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in
Nice.
producers in
What
Afro
about
beats
you?
and Alte.
It's twofold for me. I only want what's meant for me. I only want what wants me.
Valid.
I don't want any account. I don't want any project that isn't aligned for me. So I'm open. But then on the flip side of that, something that I am very passionate about is just the work I've been doing with Lakeisha. Lakeisha Ford, we just had Wood and Water. But even beyond the Wood and Water brand, it's just like we've been building for some time now, for a few years, and just seeing the magic of Wood and Water come to life and just also know what else is to come with that. I won't say much. And just like what else we've been birthing over these past few years, that's what excites me.
Yeah, that's
beyond,
cool.
Yeah, beyond
Sounds
the music and just beyond the culture, just really moving and transforming lives out here. So that is something that I'm looking forward to.
I'm manifesting more female artists for us too in the scene.
Same.
Yeah.
Also, if people want to work with you, how do they reach out to you guys? Because I'm sure there are a couple of Ghanaians who are like, I've seen these people.
Honestly, currently Instagram is the wave. It's at Roots PR Agency. Just hit us up. Yeah.
Follow
Yeah.
us on IG.
Yeah.
It's not that active.
So is that
but we're
easy?
working on it.
Just, hi guys, I want to work with you. That's it.
I mean, it doesn't mean we'll say yes, but we we're always down to talk and connect. And even if it doesn't work out, maybe we can point you somewhere else that would be a good
Fits.
fit. Or
The thing is, sometimes people come on board for PR too prematurely, thinking that they need PR, and sometimes it's not PR that they need. Sometimes it's management. Sometimes they just need artist development. So yes, you can reach out to us, but then based on where you are in your career and what type of services you're looking for, then we determine. And if it aligns with what we have going on, then we determine if that's something we take on. But reaching out to us, we're accessible.
that was our two personalities. I'm like, hit us up,
Yeah, you see? So that's the difference.
She's like, actually,
let's
come
pause.
correct.
Are you ready for us though? Before you hit us up, makes
Pretty
sense.
much.
Pretty. That's cool. And honestly, the work you do is incredible. I'm glad to have recorded with you guys before you guys headed out, because I know you guys are leaving soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I get to work with you.
Hey,
Maybe the
we already
podcast-
work together, first of all.
Yeah,
We do, right? Like we're not on
Actually,
the
that's
same
true.
team.
That's
you
how
know?
we
we are on
met.
the same team, but beyond the same team, maybe the podcast gets to work with you. Maybe me as a DJ.
Hey.
Maybe I
There
get to
you
work
go
with you.
now. All right.
Yeah, maybe.
And
maybe.
you're already solid, so we already know.
Yeah, we can make something
Chun,
work. But
chun.
thank you guys for coming on. I very much appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you for
You guys
having
drop your
us.
socials just before you go.
Our personal?
Yeah, do you want people on your personal?
Oh my god.
I'll do it.
Yeah, Naya wants people on her personal. Dakota doesn't.
So, like I said, our joint one is at Roots PR Agency. That's
Is it
the
together?
most.
That's
No,
the
One
like
word.
no full stops.
Is there a dot?
no.
No, that's our email.
Roots PR
Ooh.
agency. Yeah, right.
At Roots PR Agency. And then mine is just Naya Samuel. That's me.
And my personal one is Dakota. So it's _DECOTA _. I
You
did
hated
not
saying
spell
that.
I did. It was kind of like, put myself out there. I don't spell it like the state. So yeah, so just look me up as DECOTA.
That's nice.
Follow me?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
I have a question for you.
What's up? Last one.
Who's your least favorite diasporic group that comes to Dirty December?
Ooh, that is a good question.
My answer is gonna get the show canceled.
The Americans? It's the Americans. We be out here.
Down bad.
you're
Yeah.
too blank sometimes.
We're too blank or too blunt?
No, blank. I saying you have no idea about the history.
You know what?
Facts.
And then you're just do too
Yeah.
much. But
Yeah.
if you're willing to learn,
Come.
yeah. you're
I
my
agree.
friend.
I do think
Yeah.
sometimes.
But I've actually met like an incredible American as well. So you guys know Chico Bean.
I'm
right?
not familiar.
Yeah, so he's from is it North Carolina or he stays in North Carolina, but he's from Washington, but he stays in North Carolina. He's a comedian. He's part of the 85 South Show collective with Carlos and DC Youngfly. He was in Ghana, and then I connected with him, and we had like quite a good conversation. And he actually surprised me about the kind of knowledge he had. So being an American, that was surprising. So yeah, if you're open to learning, yeah, we can be cool. We can be cool, but then if you are
Don't be obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't come. These are my, if I could say my takeaways to not be
yes, sir.
an
American
obnoxious
in
Black
Ghana.
American in Ghana.
Yeah.
Don't be obnoxious. Don't be rude. Don't come just to take, really. Just
For sure.
give something back. Don't come just to buy bottles and push Ghanaians out of line
don't
at Bloom
project.
Bar or wherever else,
Yeah,
you
don't
know.
project as well.
Don't
Yeah.
project your
Yeah.
culture on African culture thinking that this is the way it's supposed to be, when half the time how we are showing up is
Because
also
incredible.
rooted in Western ideology.
Y'all-
Which
y'all
is
are
which
saying-
is rooted in white supremacy. So it's
Yeah.
very underwhelming. So
It
basically
is.
get it together
And just be
Basically.
graceful.
and then come. And consider coming outside of December.
Yeah.
There's a lot
that's
more
the thing.
here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, I love
don't
that.
make Ghana. I'm
You
not
guys have
saying
a
that
lot-
we
you
don't.
have a lot-
Atlanta.
You guys have a lot of things. Okay.
Seriously, like, don't make Ghana Atlanta. Like, this is a beautiful country and it has so much more to offer than Dirty December. And it's like, just embrace it. Don't try to change how this country is based on what we think is right. I will say that as an American, as a technicality, as an American, just showing up how we think that this country should show up based on our experiences.
And don't fuck with the cops.
And enjoy
Yo,
and enjoy the
Nothing more to say there,
Enjoy
but-
the waterfalls as well.
Right. Hit both
please enjoy
teeth.
the waterfalls. Yo, shout out to Boti Falls. I know that they get free publicity right now.
They're gonna pay.
They have an amazing hike. It is one of the scariest hikes, probably the only hike I've been on.
Oh, my favorite venue
Was
is Remix.
Remix.
Shout out to Remix.
I understand the cop situation.
She called you, you know.
Word.
Did you ever see a missed call? when
Yeah,
you-
I
did
did.
call
Like
you.
quickly, but then I was like,
Something happened.
We'll talk about that. Well, thank you guys for coming. I very much appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having us.
We'll definitely keep in touch.
Of course.
Yeah.
We have a whole group chat.
Yeah.
We do. We'll keep it going.
Yeah.
We have
I'll
to
see you
follow
guys
up
when you
with
guys are back in Accra again.
Hey,
Sometime soon.
before December.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.